Welcome back, YouTube. Come on in. So Amanda, what have we done the past couple of months? Have we just been sitting on our butts not doing anything?
Welcome home. Welcome to our new home, YouTube. We have not been recording because since the beginning of March, we've moved to a new home. With that came everything you could possibly imagine with the new home. New home, 2 little boys. Austin's insanely busy with work. I've been insanely busy with work. All good problems to have. But it has not left a ton of time for building airplanes, recording footage. So Austin decided tonight he's going to start getting back on his recording game. So that's good news for you guys because I've been the one having it here for the past few months. Everything going on in his brain, you're not getting the benefit of that, but he's back.
We are back. Part of the way my brain operates is I'm very checklist minded, especially with the build. So I can't just sit on footage and just keep building and building and building. I have to purge what I have available, and I probably will miss a lot of footage just through this upcoming purge, but I want to come clean on where we're at with the build. That way I can actually start building again and not have outstanding footage because I can't do that to you guys. I want to give you at least an update of where we are. Come clean, get a video out, update you, proof of life. Yes, we are alive. Yes, we are still planning on building this thing.
But wait, before you continue, quick garage tour. It's not done, but this is quite a different situation than the last time you recorded. So
it's a solid upgrade from our stay home.
So to give some context, we are still in Arizona. We moved more to the West Valley area to a North Peoria, new build home. So that's why we're able to have, a little bit more space than we did where we used to live, but still in Phoenix, or no, not even Phoenix, Peoria.
Peoria, we're next to it.
We're next to it. So this is the house.
Yeah, so big motor garage.
Well, it's so funny. See, this isn't the house. This is literally just the garage, but as you can tell from me, we literally bought this house largely because of this garage. So let me stand back, explain what we got going on.
So I guess quick summary on the home. It's this motorhome garage on the side here, single car garage where Amanda's standing. And then on the other side of the driveway is another single car garage. So a lot of garage space, a lot more than the last house. So part of the goal when we moved into this place was be very orderly from the beginning. So everything had to have a plan, trying to be much more orderly here. So planning out every square foot of space of where the bikes are going and how they move across a workbench to move them out of the way when we're working around here. Just every little piece. We went vertical. So I wanted all of the stuff that's not used often to be up vertical. So oil changes happen once every, 6-8 months or so. So anyways, moving stuff vertical, getting stuff up and out of the way, that way we can preserve as much floor space as possible.
And for context, this is the kind of stuff that Austin's been spending a lot of time on. We're still barely even scratching the surface with the garage, but this gives a taste.
I'm probably not gonna dive into everything, but that's why you see why stuff is so high. 16-foot ceilings, I wanted to make use of that the best way possible. Over here, eventually we'll have a couple of mini split units. I'm not going another summer here in Phoenix without a mini split. The last, I don't know how many summers I've been building in that last garage, but the swamp cooler is not working in summertime. So in the future, we'll have a couple of mini split heads up on this wall. We can air condition the garage. It's insulated. The garage door is somewhat insulated, but it'll be easier to keep it cool in here. Back of the garage, gym stuff, that's all gonna change.
This is like our future, we have plans for this area. This is hopefully gonna become our gym space. If you saw, I'm sure people saw in the last videos, we used to have like our quote unquote gym squeezed into our family room, along with the plane parts hanging on the family room walls. It was a whole thing. So anyways, this is gonna look very different. You'll see in his videos as the months progress, things will change in here, but generally this gives an idea of what we got going on.
For sure. And I guess on the topic of this garage, and the thing that's sitting in the middle, the last time you saw this on video, it did not have gear legs, it did not have an engine. So
it didn't? It's been that long?
It's been a very long time.
Oh man.
Totally neglecting those of you couple of people out there who actually watch my videos. So sorry guys, but we've done a lot. But actually getting it here, I guess on top of the garage still, getting it here, that was stressful. If you're in the Phoenix area, I have a contact. I will put his name on the public video here. But if you're looking to get your plane moved, a guy who has moved a lot of planes on a what do you call it? Tow truck?
Yeah.
Flatbed tow truck. Anyways, we moved it from the last house here. Super stressful.
And this guy was fantastic.
Yeah, he was solid. Like, he got moved here. Part of the hustle, though, why we had to move so quickly and why I have not gotten videos out is because we had only, how long did I have like to put the gear leg, wheels, and engine on?
Literally, I think it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, we were moving fast, and the house went under contract pretty
Because
fast.
we sold our other house, and basically the moment it sold, Austin realized I need to get this.
I need windows on. I need
So the video stopped and the moving began.
So I guess I need to keep myself straight. I have some notes of what I want to cover real quick on video. I may jump in and out of this video with footage of whatever footage remain or whatever footage I think is worthy. You may have a couple of time lapses and little music videos. But first, wheel and gear legs. All right, today's the day. Got my dad here, flew him in from Utah. Yep. Ready to rock. Picked up these Cobalt seahorses. Our plan right now, we have the back end supported back here on this bulkhead, this last solid bulkhead. That guy there with a piece of foam there, lined up right underneath it. These sawhorses are nice because they're adjustable, so we're able to get it right up against it, with the idea being we should be able to take this engine lift here, cherry picker, whatever we're calling it, and there are 2 straps, 1 strap on each side with the center point there. Lift this thing up, pivoting on the back end, throw these extra sawhorses under that 2x4, which is running the entire length underneath between the 2 spars. Throw those underneath there as safety catches in the event that our Harbor Freight fails us. And yeah, am I missing anything?
I think that's about it.
Got the nose gear on. Looking sweet. Honestly, no big gotchas with the getting the nose wheel on. Everywhere where there's bushing did require sanding out the powder coat that kind of made its way to the inside. But it looks sweet. It is filling out the garage. Dad, what do you have to say?
I think it was great.
So we're getting it ready for engine. Engine's over there in the crate. We're not gonna get it, well, the goal is eventually get this engine on here, but it will likely come off at the next house. Because I don't have all of the accessories that go on the back side of it. I honestly don't know what I need. All I know is I have the bolts that I ordered from Aircraft Spruce, the engine mounts, which cost an ungodly amount of money for a piece of rubber, and it can be put on here. The engine can be put on here at least temporarily, and then at the next house we can take it off this crane here. And yeah, but it is filling out the garage. That's a big airplane, Dad. Pretty straightforward. Followed the plans on the gear legs and followed right along. I did choose to upgrade to Matco. I guess I can take these off. To Matco wheels and brakes. My understanding is they're a little bit better, higher performing for the heavy RV-10. I think the stock ones are probably just fine, but a lot of people end up doing the Matco wheels and brakes, so that's what I did there. My wheels, real quick, gotcha on these. These are Wilkerson retreads. Vans Air Force, everyone on there loves them. When you order your wheels from them, it may sound silly, but specify that you want both wheels to come from the same country of origin. If you don't, there are some that are made in the US and some that are made elsewhere, some other country. They both are off by a good half an inch. Remember when the plane set?
Yes.
And it actually was quite a bit of work to get them to be willing to change out the wheels for me, since it was seen as a non-issue, even though the plane, that half inch here, expanded over the length of a wing, that would probably make a wing dip 2 inches lower on one side than the other. Anyways, if you're ordering retreads, as silly as it is, specify, tell them, okay, I know I'm ordering these wheels. Please send them from the same country origin for the retread. So that was really the only gotcha on the wheels. Windows. We got the windows on. I used the Sportsman method. It was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, and these things, whatever Austin's gonna say, this, I'm going to brag. He did an incredible job. Did you get any video?
Yes, a lot of video, and honestly too much video that I can't work with. So I'll include right here, actually, I'll include a nice little music video to show you beginning to end. Don't use my video as the how-to guide, though. These are not perfect. I probably made little mistakes here and there. Go over to the, I think it's the Glasser Sportsman method. There's like 5 videos. They're incredibly detailed, great videos. I just followed those videos, and the windows are in and on. So enjoy the little music video. All right, welcome back from that music video. Jumping on forward from there. The next thing I did, before doing this fairing, I think at this point in the process, we were like 2 weeks out from
moving
from the house.
Yep.
So I figured leave the fairing.
Austin stopped sleeping at this moment. The sleep was minimal at this point.
Yes. So I think we had the window on, but did not have the fairing done.
Correct.
I called my dad and said, "Come out from Utah, come to Arizona. I need your help." Actually, I think he actually offered. He understood
and he did.
He flew out. Actually, he's kind of backtracking. He's the only reason why I was able to get anything on gear legs too. So shout out to my dad. We actually did this all. Now I'm remembering it. We did the gear legs and engine all in 1 week, right?
4 days.
Yeah. So shout out to you, Dad, for helping me out there. But yeah, so gear legs, wheels with him, engine. I knew that in order to get it on a tow truck, it was going to be too tail heavy, and I didn't want to do. I was talking with a couple of other builders talking about putting sandbags over the front. Then I realized we had the engine in the garage to mount the dang thing. When I realized that, though, I still have not ordered my firewall forward kit. So my engine mounts I had to source very quickly. Luckily, I was able to get those at Aircraft Spruce. They had them in stock. Bolts, though, that was another struggle. Bolts were out of stock. I think at Vans or somewhere. I was trying to source everything to get this engine mounted. And you'll see a couple of pieces of tape on here. These are a reminder that I need to remove these nuts. Those are nylock nuts. Those are not rated for an engine, hot engine area. So those have to come off. So this engine is just temporarily on here. But anyways, got the engine on with my dad. That was also fun. I'll include a quick little music video here showing how we got it to where it is. So yeah, engine is on temporarily. It will have to come off, unfortunately. Because I've not ordered the firewall forward kit, I don't have all the parts. There's going to be a lot of parts on the back side. This is all currently above my pay grade. I have no clue what I'm doing. All I knew was put engine on plane, bolt together. So that's where we're at there. So after he left, I had, I think, another 1 week or 2 weeks before the move.
Barely.
And I got this fairing done. The fairing is pretty much good enough to get it to a painter. I'm happy with the longer I've left it here and forgotten about the pain that went into getting this fairing done, the more happy I've been with it. But there are some imperfections here and there. But overall, it's on, it's done.
As a side note for that, as I remember you talking about this in a prior video of like you were going to try to do as much of this without help as you could because we both were so busy. You did most of that yourself. I think I only had to help with like the end of it. But other than that, it was all just you
doing
it.
Yeah, a couple build sessions. I'll include a music video here showing us working on it together.
Here's Austin applying peel ply.
Pretty cool. Pretty satisfying. Leaves this nice texture for future applications.
Ooh.
We just did the bulk of the thinner strips. I didn't really follow the schedule so doing like a hybrid between the RV-10 method, the RV-14 method, which they published on their YouTube channel, which is great, and then the EAA method. Pilot Rhino sent me the document for it. So skimming through it all, I kind of came up with a hybrid approach. This is not going to be a documented full video. You do you when it comes to your fairing. it's not going to be a perfect fairing. I want it to look good. We actually just left today. We were at the Buckeye Airfair, and Van sent down the RV-10. So it's really cool to take a look at that. Attached a little photo here. Here's Wyatt sitting in this front seat. But anyways, it was refreshing knowing that when I was sitting inside of it, not judging your work, Mr. Van, but it wasn't perfect. And this isn't going to be perfect either, but it made me feel good. Just looking inside, look on the outside. I think everyone's fairing is slightly different. I'm not looking for perfection. The guy that I was talking with at the Van's, called a booth, but it wasn't really a booth at the airfair, but at the place where they had their 10 and 12 parked, I was talking to, I forget what his name was, but a guy with Vans, and he agreed that like when it comes to these fairings and whatnot, perfection is the enemy of execution. So I'm just trying to make this look good, and as long as it looks good from 30 feet, we'll be good.
From my perspective, I agree with Austin. I think one of the best parts of seeing the plane in real life today was, I think sometimes both of us, like you start to nitpick and then you look at a completed plane and you're like, we're fine. We're doing.
It's not saying
Yeah, no. Every plane we've seen has been fantastic, but it's just like you're not looking for. There's just no way to be absolutely perfect, which is fine.
Although I would say, as a whole, as a general summary, I'm pretty perfect, right, babe?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, Amanda did help quite a bit with the fairing. There were a couple of,
But not a ton. You did a lot on your own.
2-man operations. But yeah, this fairing was a lot of work. All this stuff, I mean, it's kind of like raising a baby. You know how like you naturally have a baby and you say we're never going to do this ever again, one and done, never going to have another kid, and then it's like a year and a half later, you're like, was that really that bad? Maybe we have another kid. And then next thing you know, you have 2 kids. And then next thing you know, like we're at now, I don't know, Amanda, if you want to say any announcement or anything. No, we're not having another child. We're done at 2. But anyways, I think
I was like, where's this going?
The same thing goes there for the windows and this fiberglass work is, I remember really hating life.
It was tough.
This section here. But I've started to forget about all the long, horrible nights with dust and whatnot. So looking back at my list, yeah, so that's really where we're at with everything. Next step, I have no clue what the next step is, honestly. I've been away from the build for so long. What are we at, like 3 months now, or however many months? I've been away from it for so long. I still do have stuff in storage, like in boxes, not unpacked yet on the other side. But doing to kind of figure out where we're at, I know I'm going to have to take this engine off. I may, just for the sake of just being a check this item person, I have the wheels on, I might as well run brake lights and just get the wheels and brakes fully done. So I may do that and then unmount this engine. I'm not sure where I'm going to go from here. All I know is we have to get back to building, open up the plans books, figure out where we're at, and yeah, get back to building this plane. The other fun thing that we do have coming up, though, this summer we are making it to Oshkosh, so we'll be there.
Yay!
With my parents actually too, which is awesome. So me, Amanda, Wyatt, and my parents, we're going to stay in the dorms. I got a really nice suite, so elevating our experience from last year. But we're going to be there. I think we're flying in Saturday and then flying home Thursday. So pretty much most of the duration there. So excited for Oshkosh. It'll be exciting to show my parents around there. Act like we're experts when we're really not. We've only been once before. but then also get to show our boy the joys of aviation. So that's going to be really fun. So keep a lookout for whatever next video comes out. If you have questions, comments, concerns, feedback, or you just want to say hi down in the comments below. And we'll see you in that next video. Adios.